I think this is one of my favorite residences. It is sort of an urban oasis, that here we are in the middle of the city, yet we've got a very comfortable home.
This was kind of a dream project because we literally had 360 views of the city of Chicago, and it was raw space, so anything was possible. The entire apartment is really designed on a grid. It was very, very exacting. You can look at the terrazzo floors and you'll see there is a grid that is laid out and really informs all the different architectural elements, from stone joints to the powder room details to the kitchen cabinet layouts. So a lot of the challenges had to do with the fact that we wanted this to be really state-of-the-art because our client was an engineer and really cared deeply about systems and how things worked. And we needed to have things that were really new, and we're on the cutting edge, but we're completely reliable.
We were approached by Joan and her team at Craig & Company to do this project, and fortunately we'd actually worked with the client before in another smaller unit in the building, and they were looking to do what we typically do, which is integrate technology but in an aesthetically mindful way. Each room is a sort of unique experience in of itself and very intentionally designed.
So we wanted to have a lot of connection between the inside and the out, with all the doors being able to open, 2 fireplaces, one inside and one outside the fire pit. And we wanted it to be a very luminous space that could accommodate a lot of people. As you go into the rest of the entertaining parts of the house, we have the kitchen, which is a large open kitchen that has an extremely long bar. And I could easily imagine our client there sitting at a laptop, looking out at the city, or being surrounded by 20 of his best friends having some great wine.
It's a beautiful home and very quiet ceilings, aesthetically quiet ceilings, where you don't have a lot of distractions there. So they're going to be using a lot of small aperture lighting, a lot of unique finishes and that sort of thing. And so specific to ceilings, we wanted to be able to provide them with the solution that sounded great, but also met the aesthetic requirements, and we didn't detract from the overall design intent of the space.
When I first heard about Sonance, I found the idea mind-blowing because we really do care what our ceilings and walls look like. I mean, we're a team who will obsess and wake up in the middle of the night worrying about whether a reveal is 3/8 of an inch or 1/4 of an inch. So the last thing we want is to see ceiling acne. One of the products that Brian told us about were the James small aperture speakers, which literally match the light fixtures that we have so that you have a continuity of design effect and you don't see a honking round speaker next to a very discreet small light fixture. I mean, there's just that beautiful consistency to the ceiling. And again, in a project like this where we relied heavily on the grid and very exacting geometries, that really added a lot to the project.
So we're using James small aperture speakers in most of the rooms where we're providing great sound, but also matching the small aperture lights that are everywhere. In some rooms we're using invisible speakers where we just didn't want to see speakers whatsoever. And then in a few places we're using unique sound bars that are custom made to match the width of the TV. One of the real differentiators for us is the ability to provide solutions that meet both the performance needs and the aesthetic needs of both the clients and the design partners on this project. And it's really great to be able to offer those things in terms of speakers, all from a single company in our partnerships with James and Sonance.